Welcome to Yangdong Village here in Korea. I am so excited to get to share with you a new adventure. This is a historic Hanok village that dates hundreds of years back, 700 years or more. We've never been here before. We've been trying to get here for over 10 years. We finally made it, and it has been worth the wait, and I'm just sad I've never come here before. So come with me on my walking adventure as I take you through this time capsule. Yeah, so here you can see it's going to be a very three-dimensional up and down walk, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are walking along, you might want to use those up and down arrow keys on your treadmill or cross trainer, etc. Because we are certainly going to be doing a lot of up and down.
I want to do it in reverse right here, so set it to 40 degrees. We go down.
So Yangdong Village dates back to at least the 15th century. At least that's when they have some of the earliest buildings that exist. It was here before that, though, because the founder, the head clan founder of the Son clan, built his home here in the 15th century after marrying into his wife's family who lived here already, which tells me that there was already a village.
I think 1459, I think is when they said.
Yeah, 1450. Yeah. Earliest home dates to... Doesn't actually say. Oh, there it is. 1459 is when the Songtom head house was built. And people still live here and work here and have very happy lives here. So we're going to be respectful of their privacy. Some of the homes and pavilions are open to go into and some are not. But so far the residents have been super friendly to us. Very, very warm and welcoming, and very happy to see us in our 18th century hanbok. Ooh, pretty flowers. Oh, smells so nice. So this is an example of one of the larger houses here. This was a noble family's home.
1733?
Yeah, 1733 this one dates to. And it actually, you'll notice that there are separate buildings, and that's on purpose. The women lived in separate quarters from the men. There was a central area for dining and feasting and receiving guests, and there would be a study for the head of the house and a place for the sons to study when they weren't away at school. But this generally gives you an idea of what life was like. Now, granted, it looks a little, it's a little worn out. It's several hundred years old, and not everyone has the money to maintain wood in perfectly good condition. So when this was built, this was a very rich person's home for certain, especially because of the tile roofs are an automatic sign of wealth in the Joseon era. Okay. Continuing on our walking adventure, I will tell you that it really is just magical being in this peaceful surroundings. This village is basically car-free. The residents are allowed to use cars to bring heavy things in and out, but they do not travel around by car. There's very little in the way of car traffic here, which enhances the experience. Lovely little garden. I apologize if I sniff. There's a breeze and it's causing a little bit of drip. Tile roof with modern addition to expand the livable space. A sure sign that people still live and work here, not just a Joseon-style Disneyland.
You can see
Bunny! It's a bunny! Oh, poor bunny. You need more exercise than that, don't you, little guy? I hope they take him out to get rid of the pesky plants in the garden. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Look at these pretty flowers. Don't know what those are. They're not pretty.
Those are beautiful flowers.
I think you have to tell the difference between the thatch and the...
Right. So for those who haven't seen some of my other streams or videos on the topic of thatched versus tile houses. The tile homes belonged originally anyway to people of the moneyed class, of the powerful class, aristocrats, wealthy merchants, because tiles require skilled production, right? The thatched roofs belong to families of lower status. It's not that thatching is cheap per se, but it requires less production than tile does. So thatched roofs went on to homes of the lower classes, tile went on to the upper classes. And you can see that in many cases, they just decided they didn't need to re-roof, and they just keep, you know, I think I heard every 40 years you need to replace thatching.
If you know, put it in the comments.
Yeah, if you know if that's correct, drop it in the comments. But something in my brain is telling me that.
With fire.
Oh yeah, you can smell fire smoke. Good fire smoke, not bad. Not the smell of plastic burning or something.
They've covered the little utility box.
Yeah, I love this. They've covered all the utility boxes here to make them look like little Hanok. I think that's adorable. Nice eye for detail, Korea.
I think we are out of. I think we wanted to go up there to get to the 15th.
I was hoping there'd be a road up or something here, but I don't think there is. Let me see. Let's see. We just came down. No, there should be. Maybe
that.
Yeah, there should. Up here, we should be able to go left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a really nice updated one. The nice thatch roof.
Oh, well, that's been maintained quite nicely.
Yeah.
I think it is actually possible to rent some of the homes here as vacation homes, weekend rentals, that kind of thing. Oh, so beautiful. I think we want to go this way. 안녕하세요. Oh, 감사합니다. 감사합니다. See, you're handsome too. Oh. Yeah, so if you ever wonder what Korean people think about Westerners wearing their historical and traditional clothes, they love it a lot and want to see more of it.
Oh, yep, you're right.
Okay, incline at
You're
10%.
wrong.
Oh, right,
There's
no.
a chain. We can't
Well,
go this way.
okay, it's on the map though.
You're right. It is on the map, but there is a sign that says new.
Yep.
Which
We might have to go further actually. Let me see.
Look at that. I'm going to give a sweep.
Yep. And I guess we can just go back and try to go up. This is... Depends on how accurate this map is with the depictions of the homes. Yeah, I think this is one. Yeah, okay. So we should have been able to go up that, but obviously we can't. So we're going to go back now. That's okay. It's good seeing things from two directions. Yeah, it does. It keeps going. I think we're probably not going to be able to see the whole thing today, but that just means...
It's like a 2-hour walk, they said. So for us, an hour and a half.
Right. Well, but I mean, if we were to go all the way back there, I mean, I think we...
Oh, yeah.
But I think that just means we shall have to return.
No doubt.
And if I can find a vacation rental that we can stay at here, we might spend the time here and just here. Spend a couple of nights, just enjoy the beauty of being in a place that has willfully stayed simple and beautiful. Or uncomplicated by modern technology.
Simple. Some of the...
No, there's nothing simple about this architecture. What I meant is uncomplicated by the chaos of modern,
Even the thatch,
the modern
you can
world.
see how complicated it actually is. The intricate rope network on top, everything about it is interesting. And this is how, like, the extra patches are used.
Yeah, it's fascinating how here in Korea, and what gratifying that every little patch of land that's arable is generally turned into a patch of produce of some kind, because 70% of this country is mountains. Ooh, just sweep. That's just so beautiful. Yeah, 70% of the country is mountains, which means that every bit of non-mountainous land needs to be utilized to produce food for the people. Okay, Yangdong Hanok. Yep, okay. Angil, Maurangil. Yeah.
I have a feeling that these are more homes than the tourist section.
Yeah, but the beautiful wall. Okay, let me see. Yeah, no, there's stuff up here for certain.
I can see it.
And once more, we go up. Ah, so beautiful to look down over the rooftops. This is one of the main reasons I love to travel, experience the beauty that the world has to offer.
Bamboo.
So glad I did that kickboxing workout this morning.
Obviously, we're not going to get enough exercise today. Hopefully they can hear that.
There are animals up here, large ones, I can smell them. I think they have cows.
Yeah, they must.
Yep,
And that's somebody's restaurant.
that is. Let's get a sweep of this. Look at the beautiful roses. Yep, this is a hillside farm. And these are nectarines. Not nectarines, I apologize. The other thing that's like a plum. No, not peaches, not plums. Apricots. Those are apricots.
course, then they can hear me breathe
Yeah, that's
heavily.
probably what it is.
They'll be like, oh my God, is your cameraman all right?
Yeah, that's what I always ask.
Is he gonna have a heart attack? There we go. And then they also have to listen to me exclaiming about the birds. It's so cute.
By the way, my microphone is probably good enough to pick up you if I'm not talking.
Should I turn it off then?
No. Wait, yours?
Yeah.
Oh. Depends on whether you want. Can you hold your breath when you go it?
No, not really. I'm gonna turn it off.
Two, which means probably hasn't been on at all.
Switch.
I suspect it's got no sound at all. Okay. If it doesn't have sound, it doesn't have sound. Well, if you're just now joining us, we're just now picking up sound. That's because perhaps the microphone wasn't actually on. Oh well.
I think it was on for most of it.
That's okay.
Now it's showing both on.
It wasn't on. I think it wasn't on.
I mean, it's showing both on right now.
Yes, it's on, I think. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Right. So anyway, this house was built in the 15th century. It apparently it says the location is so auspicious that it could be the birthplace of 3 great men. And they claim that 2 great men were in fact born here. Greatness is, of course, relative. Show the house, not me.
I did just show the house.
We'll keep showing the house. They don't want to see me. So there are men's quarters, there are women's quarters, there are gate quarters, there's a storehouse, and of course a shrine to the ancestors. Apparently the men's quarters and women's quarters are actually connected, which is kind of unusual. That is an interesting detail.
Possibly because this is older. At the beginning of the Joseon.
Yeah, that's true, before they really started living completely separate lives. Ooh, public restrooms, aren't they beautiful?
Back here in the back.
Oh, well, no, that's fermenting. They're not making it. Yeah, so those pots are filled with fermenting, probably tenjang, which is fermented soybean paste, and maybe gochujang as well. Oh. Ah, it's so beautiful here.
It's a little more because this is
Cherries all over the ground, but these are wild cherries. Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, the beautiful flowers. All right. So this was built around 1540. Wow, that's pretty neat. I recognize the Chinese character for gate. Or door.
There's the chimney.
Now there's the chimney for the ondol, for the floor heating. The furnace for the ondol, right there. Oh wow, this is beautiful. My goodness. Oh yeah. Oh, and there's a shrine. Yeah. Yep. Shrines in Korea always have the taeguk on the doors, and of course the sacred painting, which is the same painting, same style of painting anyway that you see in the palaces, although the motifs are different, slightly different. But this is a family with money. Only very wealthy families have shrines like this. This is not normal.
Did you? Thought it was a bird. You know how big this building is?
Yeah, it's huge. It's a courtyard. It's a peristyle building. Yeah, so it's a court. I know you know that. I'm talking to the people. It's a courtyard style building. It's a peristyle building, so it has a courtyard in the center. Yes, there are viewers here also. These would be actually stables and servants' quarters over here. So animals would be kept here, and the servants would sleep in some of these rooms. Yeah, wow. But always wanted to live. When we moved to Korea the first time over 10 years ago, I honest to God thought we'd be renting a place like this. So naive. I talk about not understanding the socioeconomic situation of Korea at all. Not even a little bit. it's nice to know that we can rent that lovely little thatched roof Hanok. Check out this view, fellow walker. It really is like looking back in time, isn't it? There aren't even really wires. They've buried the wires out here.
There's no wires at all, yeah.
Which is great. That's what you should do. You should always bury your wires. Never run your power lines and utilities above ground. Ooh. Totems.
I think this is just a residence. There's cars in the front.
Well, we'll go up and see.
Put your slope to 50.
Yes. Set your incline to 50%. Oh, wow. Yeah. This is an amazing property.
Yeah.
This is how the well-heeled in Korea live. Yeah. That house is in very good state of repair. Yeah. I mean, if you can afford the gas to just drive your car up this slope, you must have some extra cash.
Walking here is like 15th or 18th century.
It is idyllic. Yes, I could see spending several lovely days just in this village, enjoying the slow pace of life, doing some handcrafts, reading, enjoying walks around the village. Maybe getting to know some of the locals, doing some of the immersive experiences.
They've got a little fermentation area too.
If I had a Hanok like this, I would absolutely have my fermentation corner. Yeah, I have a feeling that this vehicle is going out, so. Or not? Okay. Yeah, so this is definitely the much less expensive modern roof. I expect this used to be a thatched roof, and they updated it in the, what is that, vinyl, I think?
I think that's corrugated.
You think it's corrugated metal?
Painted black to help stop corrosion.
Oxidation.
Yep.
Oh, it's just such a beautiful view. All the views, every angle here is just lovely. Look at these irises, so pretty.
Look at the irises. You have no choice. Unfortunately, the great house up there is closed.
Yeah, it's closed for repairs, but we can still appreciate the view from here.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is almost a better view. And a well. Where are we going?
This way.
Can we get back to the rest of the group?
Maybe, but I just wanted to walk closer to see the view from a different angle. all I hear are doves. That place is under renovations, I believe.
Century.
Except that, of course, in the 18th century, the road would not have been paved.
Sure.
It's kind of terrifying to think this was a dirt road.
That was weird. Lost balance.
Apologize for that wobble. I never get tired of the roofscape.
Locked off for now.
Yep. But we can look with our eyes from here safely. Oh, wow. So beautiful.
I'm not sure this is the Muchong.
It is not.
This is something else.
This is something else, but that is a perfect space for dancing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Look at the Sangdong.
Oh, wow, that
There's
is
the 15th
beautiful.
century house across the way.
Yep, that is the 15th century home, the oldest home that has survived. Wow, what a complex.
Oh, that must mean Muchomdong is up that way.
Yep. Well, you don't want your head houses too close to each other.
No, that's not. That's where the children's supposed to meet. To make a house and people power.
Children aren't supposed to meet. The parents meet. They arrange the marriage. The children meet on the wedding day. That's how it works.
Another thatched wall. What the? Okay, hold the handle.
Did you pause it?
No.
Oh.
There we go.
Our gimbal seems to be objecting to the inclines. And probably, originally, these were either farmers or servants who worked at one of the big houses, in quotes, and also not in quotes. Both big with a B, large capital B, and also big as in just large. Oh, wow. Wow.
Lovely house up here. Okay, a sign saying it's right.
No, but there's a water fountain over here. Public fountain? I'm thirsty. Oh, yeah. Wow, talk about a Sisyphean situation. I'm very thirsty, but I can't get close. Oh, this was a village school established in, this was built in 1835. Oh, so it used to be in a different spot, but then they built the dam up creek and had to move it because they probably flooded out a large part of the former village to put that dam in. Happened in Yangdong as well. So this has not always been here. It was only moved here in the last couple of decades. But still, I wouldn't have minded going to school in a place like this. So you have the heated rooms, okay? The two on the end. The one in the center is not heated, you can tell because you can see straight through to the other side. So you could have lectures in the heated rooms when it's cold, and then for the other seasons when it's not terribly cold, your lectures take place in the central area here. And then when that happens, you can actually open up the doors, the walls there open up completely and swing up. And on the windows on the other side as well, so you can create one big long corridor of moving air, the windows in the back as well. So for those who haven't had my lecture before on Hanok, the roofs are precisely calculated. The angle of the eaves are precisely calculated so that in the winter, as much sunlight hits the inside areas as possible, but in the summer, as little sunlight hits them. And as the season changes, as the angle of the sun changes throughout the year, it adjusts accordingly so that you get just the right amount of sun hitting in order to maximize either the use of the sun for heating or the shade for cooling. So these are very cleverly designed buildings. If we're looking for sustainable construction, Hanok are where it's at. They've got it all covered. Unfortunately, the modern Hanok don't necessarily take that into consideration. Some of them are just designed to look pretty, so they're not necessarily maximizing the original historical engineering aspects. Thatched roof from above. Oh, you did? Okay. I'm so thirsty, but I can't get close to the water. Damn it.
So the Musham house is right, and different houses to the left.
Let's go see what we've got. To the right.
Come back down into the
Wait, what did you mean by right?
here, this to the right.
Is Mutam.
Yeah. And then it'll circle back in.
Oh.
If we go up
Oh, right. Let's go see what's here first, right? I see what you're saying. I understand. Cornflowers, I love cornflowers so much. The bright blue, it's such a beautiful shade. It's almost hard to believe that nature can produce such a deep hue. I said almost. Obviously, I understand the science of why it does. It's a poetic metaphor, guys, for those pedants out there who are about to comment.
Commenting. More.
Yeah. Just remember, if you don't like a creator, the only way you can unsupport them is by not hitting anything, not doing anything. If you hit the thumbs down, you are still supporting that creator. If you leave a shitty comment, you are still supporting that creator. YouTube doesn't care about positive or negative, it just cares about engagement. In fact, the algorithm knows that negative engagement is more likely to keep people coming back than positive. Isn't that tragic? Wow, no kidding. Ooh, what the hell's that?
Pigeon.
No, it's a wood dove.
Or a wood dove. Same thing.
Wow.
Wood doves are the pigeons of the
There are not many flat areas like this on the top of hills in Korea. This is very rare. Wow.
Yes. Need to fix my belt. Crazy is I even knotted it.
I just love the skyscape so much. Look, the man behind the camera. Okay, break time over. I hope you had some water and wiped the sweat off of your brow. I just love these pine trees. Well, these evergreen trees. That's the word I was looking for. All the different shapes. I did.
How to get into this place? I thought this would just come straight up to it.
Left, I believe, is the way.
Oh, looks like we can actually get back down to the village this way too. Makes sense.
Always lead that way.
We're coming up on an hour. 48, 49 minutes.
I saw.
No, this is just the exit. What the heck?
No.
Suzhou Dong House. Went to the Suzhou Dong House already. I don't think we want to go down there.
Let me see. Tong tong chong, tong tong. Tichong. There we were at the village school. Nope, this was not the way to get there. But I don't think we have not been to Suzhou.
Oh, do we want to
Actually,
go down?
yeah, let's go see what it is.
Yeah, let's go see Suzhou. I get the weird feeling that we've just made a giant circle.
Well, this is, it's slippery here, folks. The rope mat is no longer in play. This is Suzhou. Suzhou.
This is treacherous.
Yes, be very careful. See, we haven't been here.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
Ye of little faith.
Talk about a long drive.
Wow. What a beautiful home. Oh, look at their front yard. Wow, wow, wow. They have what a garden. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Ah, built in 1616. So this is a pretty old property. He was apparently a military leader during the Indian invasion. So the men's quarters are new, in quotes. They were rebuilt in the 19th century after fire, but it's still, most of this dates apparently to the early 17th century. So you're getting an idea of really historical architecture here. Wow, and it is quite a large property. It's okay, puppy. 괜찮아. 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 Wow. I wish the owner were here. I could compliment them on this amazing, amazing estate. Wow. Hashtag dreams with a Z. Dream homes with a Z. Wow. Simply beautiful.
Back up Treachery Row.
Back up Treachery Row we go.
Out towards Mukchong.
Is that a stable? No, no. There's a clothesline with laundry on it. Usually the spirits don't do laundry, so let's get a look at this. Look at the roofscape as we go up the treacherous hill. Wow. So from here, we can, yes, yeah, so we should do that, I think. So we can at least see what we can see.
Yep.
Yep. Ooh, I can hear cuckoo birds.
Swallows. Another little estate right there. See it peeking out.
Of course, it probably would be irritating to live here and not have a job that allows you to work from home. This is not near anything, really. I guess by American standards it is, but not by Korean standards. Oh, here's that tree from a different angle, the one right across the road. Love it so much.
Limits the size of what kind of car you can have. No buses. Or if they come up here and just sit and chat.
Yeah, this would be a lovely place to come and read, work on a handcraft, tell stories.
Oh, are those rice fields?
Those are rice fields.
You can just see the glow of them in the background on the camera.
Ooh, pheasant. Sorry, hear the pheasant, you can't see the pheasant. Sweep to the side, just sweep. It doesn't matter, that's not the point.
Trees. There we go. There's some cool and interesting things. More city. City with a lowercase c.
More village.
More village. His house. Is that garlic? Those
Yep, so for those who aren't familiar with what garlic looks like when it's in the ground, those beautiful flowers, those are garlic flowers.
the white puff balls.
Yeah, those white puff balls are garlic flowers. And in Korea, they definitely eat the stalks and
Those into tea.
everything. The cornflower? I think you can make cornflower tea. If I'm wrong, please comment me in the comments. Dear Contessa, it is poisonous. Do not make cornflower tea. But something in my head is telling me cornflower tea is a thing that people drink if they want to live and not die. Please don't ban me, YouTube. Bamboo to the left.
Bamboo.
I'll come ahead.
Village peeking out. Big city in the background. way in the distance.
We don't want to ruin the view. Don't ruin the view with that crap. Focus on the beautiful village. Solchang San. Well, there's some kind of mountainy thing this way. Yeah, Solchang San.
Nice gravel path into the
Mutomdang this way.
Everybody says exit the other way.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think that's for delivery people trying to escape after making their deliveries. Mutomdang this way. Handsome Mutomdang is this way, it says. going to assume that this is Mucheomdong here.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Or that may be a wrong assumption. No, I think that's Mucheomdong. We'll find out here though shortly. Oh, look at those beautiful rose bushes. Outlining a lovely little veggie garden. Those are peppers, in case you're wondering, dear viewer. Those are peppers of the gochu variety, the Korean red pepper, which has been specifically bred to be as vile as possible to nature.
Yeah, we might as well not go up. It's got the bar before the door even.
That's not the entrance though. Yeah, I know, but we might be able to look in. Remember, the joy is in the exploration, the journey there, not the end goal. That might also not be Mucheomdong. This might be Mucheomdong. So many options.
It's hard to tell at this point, isn't it?
Well, this one is open, actually. Let's see what this is, and we'll see what that is. Oh, maybe you just can't go inside.
Right.
We'll find out.
Oh, here's a sign.
Yeah, this is Mucheomdong, built in the mid-16th century to hold rituals for the ancestors of the Yeoju Yi clan. Apparently a very auspicious location. Men's quarters were mainly used as a ritual hall. So they didn't really live here, but apparently they used to use this as an entertaining space.
I think we're supposed to go in there.
Which completely makes sense because, why? Oh, yeah, which completely makes sense because, yeah, this is a massive courtyard, and you could, dance entertainments were a very big part of Joseon rituals and celebrations. So I could absolutely see the noble members of the family seated up there on the balconies and in the various rooms of the main building, and then the performers here in the center. Yeah, pretty neat. But it's clear people actually live here now, at least part of the time. But they are apparently doing renovation works, and you can smell it in something very chemically and probably neurodestructive. Whew, yeah. Well, let's go up here next.
There's a choice between up and down. Which one will the Contessa take?
I will always choose up.
Dang it.
It will always be up.
Oh, if I saw a chipmunk. It's a sparrow.
I haven't seen any chipmunks this trip. Sad.
I want my money back.
You want your 4,000 won back? Oh, just so you know, to get into Yangdong Village, dear viewer, it is 4,000 won, which goes to, help maintain the village, infrastructure and that. I think there's also a common pot for maintaining and restoring these beautiful homes. Built in 1850. So you can sort of get an idea for the difference in style between some of the older ones and some of the newer ones. It is definitely not bad. Ondol heating. There's the chimney. And of course, the amazing view.
You want to close up?
Yeah, I'll close up over here. Okay, well, I think that is as far as we are going to take you, dear viewer, on our walk. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment with maybe a walking related emoji if you don't have anything particular to say or if you don't have any questions. But if you have questions, pop them in the comments. I will answer them. Otherwise, until next time, may your walks be creative and adventuresome. Bye, everybody.